Welcome to this explainer. Today we're diving into the fascinating intersection of artisan craftsmanship and everyday utility with a truly remarkable writing instrument, the Ranga Model 5. If you're someone who really appreciates the finer details of analog tools, or if you're just curious about what makes a premium handcrafted pen so special, you are absolutely in the right place. We're going to explore every single facet of this massive, eye-catching fountain pen.
Okay, let's jump right in. Right off the bat, check out the sheer, intimidating scale of this extra oversized, handcrafted Indian pen. Sitting right next to a standard bottle of Pelican ink, it absolutely dwarfs it. I mean, this isn't just a writing tool, it's a total statement piece. It commands attention before you even take the cap off.
Here's how we're going to break things down today. First, we'll meet the Model 5, then look at the specs of this giant. After that, we'll cover the Ebonite design and aesthetics, dive into the actual writing experience, break down the pros and cons, and finally, give you the final verdict.
All right, part 1. Let's officially meet the Ranga Model 5.
So the first thing you really need to know about these meticulously handcrafted Ranga pens is their material of choice. This specific Model 5 is carved from premium ebonite. Now, as you probably know, this special type of hard rubber is highly valued in premium pen making, and for good reason. It has a distinct physical warmth when you hold it, a really unique texture, and it allows for some truly beautiful, swirling visual patterns. It essentially takes a standard, everyday pen and turns it into a piece of functional art.
Moving on to part 2, let's look at the specs of this oversized giant.
When we say oversize, we literally mean it. Fully capped and closed, this giant measures a massive 17.0 centimeters or almost 6.7 inches long. That's nearly half the length of a standard ruler. To put that into perspective, most everyday pens sit comfortably around the 13 to 14 centimeter mark. So right out of the gate, the Model 5 is a uniquely long instrument that's definitely going to take up some serious space on your desk.
But wait, it gets crazier. When you uncap it and post that cap securely on the back of the pen, the total length reaches a towering 21.0 centimeters. That is a full 8.26 inches of ebonite in your hand. It's a tremendous footprint, and it completely changes the center of gravity and the whole visual presence of the pen while you're writing.
Of course, a massive body is nothing without a reliable engine to drive it, right? Powering this giant is a highly dependable core. We're talking about a beautiful gold-toned Jowo No. 6 medium point nib. It's housed in a replaceable unit equipped with a plastic feed to ensure consistent ink delivery. Plus, for everyday convenience, it uses a standard 3-in-1 cartridge converter system. This means you've got the flexibility to pop in standard cartridges or just draw ink directly from a bottle.
All right, part 3. Let's talk about the ebonite design and aesthetics.
Notice the sheer depth of this material. If you look closely, there's this stunning blue, green, and white wave pattern running entirely through the polished ebonite. It almost looks like a stormy ocean current trapped right inside the material. And paired with this is a totally sleek, clipless design. Without a metal clip getting in the way, the profile is completely uninterrupted, letting that beautiful wave pattern totally take center stage.
But that design isn't just for show. The massive dimensions and this premium polished ebonite translate directly into the pen's ergonomics. It provides a wonderfully substantial and warm feel in the hand. You know, it doesn't feel hollow or fragile at all. It feels anchored and solid, giving you a really grounded sensation during those long writing sessions.
Okay, part 4. Let's get down to the actual writing experience. The whole experience really starts before the nib even touches the paper. The micro-narrative of just preparing to write is highly satisfying here. The cap unscrews in exactly 1.5 turns. That is the perfect balance. It's secure enough that it won't magically uncap in your bag, but quick enough to deploy when you need to jot a quick note. Plus, despite its extra oversized nature, the cap actually posts quite nicely on the back of the barrel if you're into that elongated 21 centimeter setup.
For this specific writing test, the standard converter was filled with an excellent pairing, Pelican 4101 Dunkel Grün, which translates to dark green. The deep, rich green of the ink perfectly complements those blue and green ebonite waves we were just admiring. It makes for a beautifully cohesive visual and tactile experience.
So how does that ink actually flow? Well, the notes are crystal clear on this. They state, ink flow is instantaneous and is smooth, wet, and almost no feedback, albeit slight feedback. Essentially, this means the Jowo No. 6 nib absolutely delivers.
You're not fighting the pen to get it started. You get an instant, wet line with a buttery smoothness while still maintaining just a whisper of tactile feedback so you really feel connected to the paper.
And we don't just have to take their word for it either. Looking at the test scribbles, the plastic feed keeps up flawlessly with the nib. The notes specifically highlight that there was absolutely no skipping during rapid writing sessions. The dark green ink is laid down super consistently, proving that the pen's internal mechanics are tuned perfectly to match its stunning exterior.
Part 5. Time for a quick pros and cons breakdown.
On one hand, the highlights are undeniably strong. You've got this artisanal, beautifully patterned premium ebonite that feels incredibly warm and substantial. You get flawless writing performance from that reliable, smooth JoWo No. 6 nib, plus the ease of a standard cartridge converter filling system. But on the flip side, the downsides are literally tied to its design. Its massive, extra oversized form factor means it just isn't going to fit comfortably in every hand, and good luck sliding it into a standard pen case. Also, that sleek, clipless design, it severely limits portability, making this much more of a dedicated desk pen rather than an everyday pocket carry.
And finally, Part 6, the final verdict.
So what are the big takeaways here? While the Ranga Model 5 is definitely highly specialized, it's absolutely ideal for users who are specifically seeking out large hand ergonomics and need a pen that won't cause cramping during those marathon writing sessions. It's also perfect for enthusiasts who really appreciate the tactile warmth and the unique visual flair of handcrafted ebonite. Above all, it delivers a consistently wet, smooth, and highly reliable writing experience. If those are things you value, it offers a tremendous value proposition.
We'll leave you with this final thought. You've seen the massive specs, the beautiful ebonite waves, and the flawless ink flow. The only question left is, are you ready to handle a writing instrument of this magnitude every single day? Think about how a giant like this would fit into your own workflow. Thanks so much for joining us for this explainer, and we'll catch you on the next one.